The way people communicate has changed. We no longer write about the things we see. We take photos, share videos and GIFs. Samsung calculates that people around the world took 1.2 trillion photos on their smartphones last year, and 10 billion videos are made every day. The S9 was introduced to the world as the camera reimagined. But what exactly does that mean? What's so special about it? Well, without a doubt, this is one of the biggest leap forwards we've had in mobile camera technology. Whether you get the S9 or the S9 Plus, your phone will now be capable of 960 frames per second video, which is super slow, 32 times slower than normal video. 0.2 of a second is stretched into 6 seconds of video, so you can capture things that are normally way too fast to see. Now, with 960 pictures being taken from the lens, processed by the processor, compressed and saved to your device every single second, this is obviously a lot of data. So you're limited to 720p, which, when you're watching back on the phone itself, looks amazing. When that footage is put onto your computer and upscaled to 1080p like it has been here, you definitely notice a drop in resolution. But this isn't a $6,000 mirrorless camera. This is a mobile phone, and these clips are designed to be shared between mobile devices and social networking, and is something that just feels futuristic to have in your pocket. When you first open the super slow motion tab in the camera app, it'll be set to auto mode. In this mode, you get a little square on the screen. When this turns yellow, the camera is armed. And as soon as something moves into the square, it'll switch to 960 FPS for 0.2 of a second, before moving back to 30 FPS. This is awesome for catching things you're prepared for, but there's also a manual mode, so you can have complete control of when slow motion is captured. As for still photos, in usual Samsung fashion, they come out looking amazing, whether taken on the 12 megapixel rear camera or the 8 megapixel front-facing camera. Images come out very sharp, well lit and saturated. But the S9 has a new trick this year. It's the first mobile camera to have a variable aperture. So normally, the aperture on a mobile device is a fixed width. Recently, phones have been trying to make this wider to let more light in for low light shots, as these are the places where mobile cameras really struggle. The problem is that when an aperture is always wide open, well lit environments come out really bright. So the camera needs to adjust the ISO and shutter speeds to bring that brightness back down, which makes them look softer and not as detailed. The S9, on the other hand, can physically switch its aperture size. So it can close the aperture to f2.4 for normal daytime photos. And then when it detects that it needs more light, it can open up to f1.5 and let in 28% more light. This is how the S9 can take amazing looking photos, both at day and in low light. And there's also some fun little software features going on in the background to reduce noise in dark areas, which seems to work really well. Along with that, you also get a food mode for taking photos of your meals, which makes your food look way better than it does in real life. And of course, how can we not talk about the AR emoji? This uses the front-facing camera to scan your face. It makes a little avatar based on your facial features.
Hey.
It might not be as smooth as some of the competition out there, but definitely provides far more customization, and playing around with the characters is a bit of fun. The best thing about all these features is they're available on both models of the S9, although if you do decide to go with the S9 Plus, you also get an optical stabilized telephoto lens for getting twice as close to your subject without losing any visual quality. If you take a lot of photos or videos on your phone, this is the handset you've been waiting for. Images are stunning, even in the dark, and slow motion is a lot of fun. Pop into your local PB Tech and have a play. Let us know what you think. I'm Eli from PB Tech. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.